everyone, welcome back. This is Marjorie. Today I'm going to start off with this 14-inch wreath form from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to show you how to make your own work form for a fraction of the cost, and you would never be able to tell. So there's 6 sections in each of these 14-inch wreath frames, and here I am working on one section. There's 2 crossbars that I'm working in between, and the 2 rings above where I'm about to put it now, that is the 1 pipe cleaner that goes on the inner section, and then on the bottom 2 rings there's 2 pipe cleaners that go onto the outer section. So there's 3 pipe cleaners in total in each section, for the work form to have a total of 18 pipe cleaners. Here I've already got my mesh. This is a smoke blue with I think a light gray or some kind of white, but it's so beautiful. And it's I have 2 rolls. So I wanted to use 1 roll on half of the wreath and another roll on the other half. So as I said, there's a total of 18 pipe cleaners. So cut that in half, and then there is 1 half is going to be 9 pipe cleaners, or 3 sections. So what I did to get my measurement is I took the 10-inch comes in 10 yards. 30 feet, or break it down to inches, and it's 360 inches, and I divide that by 9, and that gave me a length of 40. So I knew I wanted to use up the whole roll, and I didn't want any remnants, so that's why I opted to use the full 40 inches. And you'll see here in a little bit how full and big this wreath gets with just the deco mesh. The method that I'm using here is called a ruffle method. It's one of my favorite methods to use, and it's very easy, very beginner friendly. And so what I'll do is I'll take one of my 40-inch cut pieces, and I just fold under about 1 inch. And as you see me walking my fingers up, pinching in the middle, I'm ruffling up that deco mesh. And then here towards the end, I just keep walking up, and then you'll see where I make sure it's bent underneath. The end is underneath about another inch. And then I go ahead and pinch everything together, and you get maybe what looks like a little bow tie or something. And then I just place that right on top of my pipe cleaner. And what I'm doing here is kind of just fluffing everything, pulling it in closer together where it's not overlapping each other. But yeah, just kind of pulling it in like that. And look how full that is with just 1 section. That's amazing. Here, I'm just showing you where I have half of it completed. And as I'm sure you could tell, it is a really big, full, and fluffy wreath so far. So now that I have all of my deco mesh installed onto the wreath frame, I've got 2.5-inch wired ribbon, and I just love these color coordinating ribbons. You've got the top one is a smoke blue as well, with the various fall colors of the pumpkins. And then you have the matching striped ribbon, and I think putting those together are just so cute. I love the blue. I love the pops of orange that come through with this wreath. And my inspiration was really just that smoke blue color. That's absolutely one of my favorite colors. other than just like your normal black, white, tan. But when it comes to other colors and stuff, I really like this smoke blue. So all I'm doing is I'm attaching my ribbon tails that I cut at 14 inches. And what I do is I will crisscross them, and then I will pinch them in the middle. Once I've pinched the middle, I make it into a V shape, and I add it right on top of that pipe cleaner. So we have 18 pipe cleaners, and what I did is I cut 16 sets at 14 inches. The reason I didn't do the full 18 is because we're going to put a fairly large bow on this, and it's going to cover up those empty spaces. So here I'm showing you with all the ribbon tails on, and as you see on the right there is the two that I left open. I trimmed the pipe cleaners down and just tucked the ends of it into that deco mesh. Is this not so gorgeous? I love it. This is an 8-inch metal sign, that I got from Temu, and it already comes with the holes punched in it, which is really nice. And so all I'm doing is I'm taking this 22 gauge white floral wire and I'm attaching it to each of the holes so I can attach my sign. When I put them in there, I just do a couple of good twists just to make sure it's nice and sturdy in there. And then what I'll do is I'll put it on the right hand side of my wreath where some of those ribbon tails are, and I'll feed the wires in through some of the deco mesh and attach it to the actual wreath form. So here I've just turned it on its back, and this is what the back looks like. And I like to make sure that the sign is put down tightly there. And sometimes I like to flip it over to see where I'm actually tightening the floral wire or the pipe cleaner, just because I've done it in the past where I thought I had it going in between some crossbars and I didn't, and so I basically just tightened it to nothing. And so sometimes if I'm a little leery about it, I do like to turn it over and double check. But then here I will also trim off the excess floral wire and again tuck that into the deco mesh. I like to cut them a little longer, so when I go to feed it into the deco mesh, that it's not gonna come out and hurt somebody or hurt the door or wall or whatever it might be. So now that I have that all put on there, looking gorgeous already, then we're about to make our big beautiful bow. So what I'm gonna do is just start with this pumpkin ribbon, and I'm making like an 8-inch tail. Then I'll do some loops. I can't remember. I think I might do 2 loops on each side. We're gonna start off with like 6.5-inch loops, I do believe. And yes, so I'll do 2 loops on both sides. And then I will do a 20-inch tail going downward. So I do end up using a total of 4 various ribbons. I've got the 2 main ribbons that I used as the tails. And then I have a different smoke blue ribbon, kind of like a lattice pattern, really pretty. And then that's 1.5 inches. I don't remember if I said that. And then I do have another 1.5 inch, like the rust orange, which is very beautiful. They all pair really well. I wanted to bring some of that orange out, so that's why I use the solid orange, and just to highlight some of that orange, and I think it will turn out beautifully. So here I am adding the same amount of loops on each end, 20-inch tail going downward, and then the loops are about 6 inches, and then I'll do another 8-inch tail. And I'll let you watch. I actually do the rest of the bows like that, the rest of the bow like that, layering them on top of one another, and just doing the same process, just bringing the loops a little smaller with each ribbon. Now that I've got all my layers on there, I do go ahead and feed the 22 gauge floral wire through, and I'm going to pinch the bow with my left hand in between my fingers and my thumb, pinch it tightly, and then I'm going to hold the wire tightly and twist the bow. That allows you to have a really good tight wire on there. And then with the 2.5 inch ribbon, I just do a dovetail, and the 1.5 inch ribbon, I do cut those at an angle. Here I just do kind of the same method as I did with the sign and feed the wire through the mesh and get it attached to the wreath form. And then what I'll do is I'll just straighten out all of my long beautiful tails and fluff out the short tails and all of the ribbon loops. And this is my favorite part because you get to see how big and beautiful these bows come out, and I do love a big fluffy bow.